All right, well, good afternoon, everyone. This is meteorologist Bo Fogel here, giving you an update on the snow and giving you a look at this on the radar and kind of giving you an up to date on what we're seeing right now in terms of this snowstorm that is coming through. We're still seeing light snow falling over the area, but it's starting to wrap up here in the metro. So, fortunately, whatever snow that you have gotten, the amount of snow that you've gotten, it looks like that's going to pretty much be the amount that's going to be that's the snowfall amount that you're going to get, because I'm not expecting us to get much more snow after this. So kind of want to get right into it. So we can go ahead and talk about and show you what's going on outside and kind of give you a forecast for the rest of today. So, looking at outside, you can see that we are seeing low visibility over the area because of snow. It is still coming down, but you notice the winds have really picked up here in the metro. So, blowing snow is starting to occur out here in Blackstone. This is looking at Blackstone right now. Here, actually, hold on one second. I realized the microphone was a little loud, so there we go. All right, so yeah, this is looking at Blackstone right now. You can see the snow is really coming down, and the wind. Well, actually, the winds are becoming stronger, and it's blowing that snow around. And then looking at the First National Bank, you can see that it's blowing pretty hard here in downtown Omaha. And then looking at 144th and West Dodge, you can see the camera lens is actually covered in some light snow a little bit. But fortunately, though, the roads have been clearing up. The plow trucks have been now clearing out the roads. You can see this is 90th and Dodge. Very much, it's much better than what it was earlier this morning. So things are getting a lot better. But I still recommend staying at home and not getting out on the roads, especially the neighborhood roads, because those are still very, they still are snow. Some roads are still snow covered across the area. So, excuse me, sorry guys. I have a little bit of a sore throat, so bear with me. But we are still under a first alert 6 weather day, just tracking that snow over the area. I think the snow will wrap up in the metro by about 1 to 3 o'clock. And so we're almost done, folks. The hard part is over. The heavy snow is done, and so now we're just seeing leftover remnants of the snow. So I don't think we're going to see much more snowfall than what we have already. Blowing snow is still likely, though. We're going to see those winds really pick up in the next few hours, and they could gust up to 45 miles per hour. So that's going to cause visibility issues. Now, looking at I haven't had a whole lot of snowfall total reports yet, but the few that I've gotten, it's looking like it's towards the lower end of the snowfall totals that we showed you guys. We were thinking 5 to 8 inches, but I'm thinking that now 4 inches, maybe 5 for the metro. The 7 to 8 inches is more for the Iowa side. So we got a couple of inches, but I think because the system is moving so fast and that the ground was still relatively warm, it melted a lot of the snow pretty quickly. But we still got some decent snow on the ground. Here is radar right now as of 12:49 p.m. You see, it is pretty much wrapping up. Here in the metro, I think we're going to be done in the next 20 minutes or so. So by about 1 o'clock, 1:15, the light snow will be done, but the blowing snow will continue. If you live in Iowa, though, expect that light snow to continue for the next hour or so. In terms of additional snowfall, I don't think we're going to get much more than what we got right now. So here's your hour by hour. You can see it pretty much wraps up by mid-afternoon. There might be a few snowflakes in the far eastern part of the area, but it's going to be pretty much done by early to mid afternoon for everyone. And then for the rest of the afternoon into tonight, we'll see mostly cloudy skies, but temperatures are going to tumble and it is going to be very windy. So even though the snow will be wrapping up soon, I still recommend not getting out on the roads, especially because of that blowing snow. It's going to cause visibility issues over the area. Now, potential snowfall, this model is indicating we could see an additional inch, but because the snow is wrapping up very quickly, this model I think it's not very accurate with this. I think I just want to show you that Iowa could see an additional inch of snow, while the metro probably not going to see anything else. I think we have reached our snowfall amount, and so whatever is on the ground is what we're going to get. So I think we are pretty much done with the snowfall. Now, as I said earlier, I think we're going to be on the lower end of these categories. You see how it says 5 to 8? I think we're going to be more about 4 to 7 in the area. In the metro, I think 4 to 5 inches is possible, and then 6 to 7 inches out in Iowa in that purple right there. So I think I think we are going to be on the lower end of the categories, which is good. We're not going to see as much snow as we thought, but it's still going to cause some travel concerns over the area. So light snow showers for the next couple of hours, but again, it's breaking apart. So a lot of the snow chances right here are for mainly on the Iowa side. For the metro, I think it's going to wrap up in the next hour. And then temperatures, you can see they're just going to tumble tonight. And what doesn't help is the fact that it is going to be quite windy out there. And I'm talking about winds gusting up to about 45 miles per hour. Just want to show you this real quick, just to give you an update on the alerts. Not much has changed. We still are under a winter storm warning until midnight tonight, and then a winter weather advisory until midnight tonight as well for counties south and west of the metro. But I will say, I wouldn't be surprised if they allow these warnings and advisories to expire early. I would not be surprised by that. Now, I can't guarantee it, but I wouldn't be surprised if that occurs, which is great news. I mean, we're past the hard part, folks. We're done with the hard part. Now we just got to deal with the cold temperatures and the blowing snow. You can see right here, the winds are really increasing from the northwest, and they're gusting up to about 40 miles per hour in some locations, especially west of Lincoln. All of this is heading our way. It's moving eastward, so expect winds to increase in the next few hours. Here's your wind gust forecast. You can see why I'm a little concerned about people being out on the roads tonight. Winds are going to gust up to 40 to 45 miles per hour from the northwest, and so that's going to cause the snow to blow around and cause visibility issues. So again, if you think it's snowing this afternoon, it's more than likely not. It's blowing snow, so it's just blowing all around, causing that visibility issues. So please, again, if you don't have to go anywhere, don't. Stay at home, and if you have to travel back home, just wait until tomorrow. That's when it's going to be a lot better. The roads are going to be much better. It's going to be cold, but at least, though, you don't have to deal with the snow or the blowing snow or the strong winds. Here are your wind chills. You can see they just tumble throughout the afternoon. By mid to late afternoon, we're going to be in the single digits, and then by tonight into early tomorrow morning, I wouldn't be surprised if several communities fall to below zero for wind chills. It is going to be very cold this evening. And then, so for your forecast tomorrow, it's still a first alert 6 weather day tomorrow just because of the cold. This is the first really cold blast we have seen this season, so we're not used to it. So we're going to continue with the first alert 6 weather day for tomorrow unless we decide otherwise. Wind chills are going to be in the single digits with some areas below 0 degrees. Very, very cold for tomorrow. Here are your wind chills for tomorrow. Single digits for pretty much most of the day. We might briefly reach the teens by the afternoon, but all in all, very cold tomorrow. But as I said, at least we're not going to see any snow. The roads will be a lot better. So if you have to travel back home, do it tomorrow. And then looking at the 10-day real quick, as we head into the month of December, which is on Monday, we are going to see another chance of snow, but models continue on trending that the snow will mainly stay south. If we see anything, we might see an additional inch of snow on Monday. Nothing to be too concerned about. And then we dry out by Tuesday. Tuesday is going to definitely feel like a winter day. Then we could see a couple more snowflakes on Wednesday. Another fast-moving weak system. Nothing to be too concerned about. But we have been trending cooler as we get closer to the stuff to truck. I think because we're going to see snow on the ground, that's going to cool down the air. I think we're going to struggle to warm for the next several days. So when you have snow on the ground, that causes the air temperature on the surface to be cooler and struggle to warm up. So I think we're going to stay in the 20s for most of next week. By next weekend, I think we'll start creeping back up into the lower 30s. So the snow that's on the ground right now is going to be sticking around for a little while. So it will be, I mean, it's definitely going to harden too, with all these cold temperatures. So expect the snow to stick around for a while, just because we're not going to see temperatures warm up above freezing until next weekend. And then here, since I have you guys real quick, let me check to see what the current snowfall, if I got any new snowfall reports for you. Last time I checked, I didn't see any, but let me see if there's any new snowfall totals for you so I can let you know. I will have a snowfall article up by this afternoon once more and more reports come in. And then also, just a reminder, feel free to send us photos or videos through our First Alert 6 website, First Alert 6/photos. You can submit your photos and videos through that. And if you're lucky, you might see them on air. So let me look at the snowfall totals real quick, see if anything is updated. All right, let's see. All right, so I got a couple. So we got, as of 12:49 p.m., just north of Gretna, about 4 miles. There's 4.5 inches being reported. Arlington, 4 inches. That was at 10 a.m. this morning, and then at noon in Bennington, there was 4.3 inches. Down in southern Sarpy County, there's just under 4 inches, 3.8. Let's see, south of south of Plattsmouth, 3 inches. Haven't gotten really anything in western Iowa. A lot of the reports are just coming in around Omaha. So, but I just want to let you know we dodged a bullet big time, because Iowa, there's some areas I've seen a foot of snow in central and northern Iowa. So we dodged a bullet. Yes, we saw some inches of snow, but it could have been a lot worse. So that's the here. Actually, sorry, I didn't realize I wasn't on me. All right, so there we go. Sorry about that. So again, we'll be tracking the snow for a little bit longer, but I'm not expecting it to last. I think we will be done in the next hour or so here in the metro. So I don't think we're going to get any more snowfall. So now the roads can start clearing out. The plow trucks can now clear out the roads, and so they don't have to worry about any additional snow. If you see still snowflakes in the air, it's just because of the winds. The winds are blowing that snow around. Now, I will be here for the rest of the afternoon and tonight, keeping track of this storm. If there's any new updates, I will be the first. I will let you know immediately. But I just wanted to get on here to let you know that the hard part is wrapping up. So the snow is almost done, folks, which is great news. I'm glad we did not get up to 8 inches here, because I don't think any of us were ready for that. So I'm going to head off here real quick to kind of give you to go and look at the travel, look at roads and stuff like that. Make sure you stay up to date on our traffic blog to see the latest crashes and stuff like that. Already had several semis jackknife on the roads. So make sure you keep track of that if you have to go anywhere. But again, highly recommend staying home. So hopefully everybody's having a good Saturday, and make sure you stay up to date. I'll keep you posted.